He-Man woman hater. Ow.
That's metal. Oh no, you hurt yourself.
The table's a little low now.
Table's a little low now. We might need a little booster for the table.
We upgraded.
We upgraded a little bit. Ooh. Got a cute. Oh, got some cute new clothes from Target.
Oh yeah. I don't want to see any more H&M.
I don't want to see any goddamn H&M.
You know, it's okay. Wear what you can afford, or don't wear anything.
Wear what you can afford,
whatever,
bitch.
Whatever. Wear.
Also,
whatever.
we're not trying to impress RuPaul right now.
I'm trying to impress the me in the mirror.
Exactly. I'm looking at the man in the mirror
because he's real hard to impress.
I'm asking him to change his gender because it's not there yet for me.
Oh my gosh.
You're girly pop tonight.
I am girly pop tonight.
Yeah, I love this.
You know,
what's her name again? Chapel Rowan.
Roan. I think it's just Roan.
Roan. Also, your blush is lovely faded.
You know, it's
She's
a different
doing
kind of look.
A darker lip, ladies.
I know, I'm not usually one of that.
I love it. I love it.
You know, it's different.
It's different. Yeah. Oh, but talk about putting it together. Cheap little dresses.
Oh my God.
Also, I'll probably stone this or do something to it eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, it's great as just like a little run around.
$17.
$17 hairs. And it is my Tiara Sky moment, which is also when I put this little jacket around it. I was like, and this, feeling the fantasy girl.
You know,
I just need to put on my big Hagrid wig, and then it's
yes.
so fun.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Last thing, sorry, and then I'll let you talk.
I don't have anything.
Is that the episode that I did wear my big Hagrid wig in is the one that it was the super close episode. And so you couldn't even see it. It's not great. The one time I actually wear a big ass wig.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Putting it together. So you've got this cute little, you made this for a costume.
Made this for a Paulette
little
costume.
cut off jean jacket situation, but stoned.
Yeah.
Love.
A little Target dress.
And then tell us about the wig.
Oh, we went to the beauty supply store.
What is it called again?
Lois's booty. Lois's booty.
Lois's booty.
No, I think it's Lewis's beauty.
Lewis Beauty?
Lewis Beauty.
That sounds right. We'll call it Lewis Beauty for now. Trust us, we're going to get the name right because it's our new hookup.
I will say they don't have really... Oh, I finally found how to sit in this
perch?
chair.
Oh, good.
Yes. I kept struggling.
Yeah.
It's because I was starting to get a little...
a little hitch in your giddy up?
A little hitch in my giddy up. And I was like, girl... We just started again. Listen.
If we need to pause, we can.
No.
This is our show.
So Lewis's Beauty.
Yeah.
Lewis Beauty.
Okay.
Right next to the DMV on Southampton. Yes. Went in there after work yesterday because I had this idea of like, I'm doing this. Yeah. I'm doing this.
I'm doing it.
I'm just doing it. It's the time to do it.
To do the
Everybody's
Chapel
doing
Ronan.
it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I go in there, and it's sort of a beauty surplus store, right?
There's so much good shit in there.
Yeah. Everything's real cheap.
Yep.
And I was looking at all the wigs on the wall, and I was like, I guess I want that one. And then I need some extensions, blah, blah. And so I like go up to the woman. I'm like, can you help me get the wig down? She goes, oh, yeah. And she pulls out this giant claw, and she just like...
chokes it.
Yeah, chokes him off the wall. And no, she's like, do you want to try it on? And I was like, I'm good. Okay,
yeah.
And then
I'm not getting that queer here.
No.
I'm in public.
You just never know.
You really don't.
No. And so took it home. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we did something, and then we put this together.
Yeah.
And then we went back today because I was like, James, you just need to go.
Yeah.
And
tell him what she said when we went.
So we're back there looking at the wigs again, us two.
Yeah.
And I don't see the woman who helped me yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we're looking, all of a sudden the back door opens, and she comes out and she goes, you didn't like your wig? That's like, oh no.
No.
It was perfect.
Yeah, we're back for more.
I brought him, and we're getting more.
Get into it.
We'll get into it. Yeah. She goes, okay, well, I'll help you, you know. So that was really fun.
Yeah. And then I bought this little number 2. And we were going to get 2, but they were out to stack it. So it's a little thin. But I'm feeling the fantasy.
I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
I do too.
She wanted to know what we were doing, and we were like, she's like, do you do drag?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, where? And we're like, our bedroom.
Yeah. Ooh, on the
she
YouTube.
was into it, though.
She was.
Because you know what she said? The last thing I want to do when I get off work is go to the club at 10:30 at night. And we were like...
Watch our show. Honestly, we should have been like, this is our YouTube channel. We could start pushing it harder.
That's funny.
But yeah, she was just like... Yeah, I don't have time for that.
That's so funny.
Girl, I feel you. Those shows start at like 10 p.m. I get it.
I mean, you know, if you don't have anything else to do... Like during the day or the day after.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to enjoy doing it late because I would.
Yeah.
This is not a daytime activity for me personally.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I feel her. I'm tired after work too.
But no, yesterday after I went to the wig store,
Yes.
what did we do yesterday?
Oh, we did a little trivia. Ooh.
Well, we didn't do the trivia.
Wait,
we
what are
just
you talking
went to
about?
trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
yeah.
like, what? Yeah.
No.
We went to trivia.
Drag race trivia.
Drag race trivia.
Which was all great and all, but thank God we had Scott.
Thank God we had Scott because as much as we've seen of it,
It was no pussyfooting around trivia.
Oh my God.
It was like
round one.
Yes.
We were like, because it was 5 or 6 rounds of 10 questions.
Yes.
And we were like, we got this.
We got this. We can do
These
this.
were like, and they were like, maybe they're softballing it a little bit, but like, I feel pretty confident.
Yes.
Second round, it was like, never mind.
Never mind.
It's for it's like for the super fans.
Yeah.
And Scott picked up the slack there.
He really did. Except for you got all of them right in the last round.
They were the quotes.
Quotes.
And that sticks for me though.
I didn't get any. I think I got one right. Mm-hmm. Well, I contributed one.
Yeah.
I was checking work.
But that's a fun round. I thought she was like, the person who was hosting it was like, I like to end it with a quotes round. Because she does like
great.
Bravo trivia and stuff like that too. And that is such, like the heart of those shows is how quotable they are. And people just sharing that. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Marina, we were just watching UK
Oh
versus
my
the
God,
World.
yes.
Everything coming out of her mouth was like a catchphrase.
Totally.
And like, geez.
Love it.
Love that.
I do too.
Let's go around talking like cartoons.
Absolutely.
Like, these are my catchphrases.
Yeah.
I have a list of things that I say. Bayak!
Yeah.
And that's all you say.
And I think that's such a good old drag queen thing. Like Rue
yeah.
said it in the finale. She's like, Marina's a drag queen's drag queen.
Oh.
And it's true. It's because she's probably been doing stage shows for so long. Mm-hmm. She's got her stock shit to just roll out at any given moment.
Yes.
It's who she is. Go on there and be you.
Go on there and be you.
Tia said it.
I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
You think you're going to put on too much?
I think
you're going to try to put on a version of yourself.
I think some people go and they do get lost in this like they do get lost in this like persona building sort of thing, right?
That is such a huge part of drag, obviously.
Yes.
And the point though is like you are on a reality show as well. You're going to be doing a talking head moment outside of your costume.
Yeah.
They're going to want to see some separation. This is just the show.
Yes.
I'm not saying that you have to do this to be a good drag queen, but they're going to want you to be a little bit like, oh, you're different outside of it and share that life with us because they want to be, the audience wants to see the vulnerability. We want to get the inside track because it helps us identify with those people more.
Absolutely. It makes them human.
Tearing down those walls is hard, especially if you've built your drag persona to hide.
Oh, to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that before. That's really interesting. Well, so we were at trivia last night, and we were about round 3, right? And we were doing good. Yeah. We were doing good. Yeah. And all of a sudden, this evil twink.
This is the end of a round.
How many people were, how many groups do you think were participating?
Oh, there were like 10 or 11. And then
about halfway through,
some
at
of them
least
dropped out a little
3 or 4 left because they realized quickly
this is not for the casual fan.
No. Yeah. And
this wasn't even at a gay bar, by the way. This was at like a brewery by somebody who like goes around and hosts different trivias.
Yes.
But she was a fan.
Yeah, liked her.
Loved.
Yeah.
But the questions were tough. Yeah.
Questions were tough. So I would say, for the most part, the groups were pretty small. We had a group of 3 people. There were a few other 3 peoples. There was like a 4-person. There was one group in the back calling you out who had at least 7 people back there, all at a table across the room. And I was like, girl, you checking your cell phones? Okay. No.
We are suspicious for a reason.
We are suspicious. They were a bunch of, evil twinks. Evil, good-looking twinks.
Demon twinks.
Demon twinks.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, one round went, she did the answer, she was about to start the next round, and one of those glasses-wearing little twinks came up and said, we're contesting an answer. We're contesting an answer.
And she literally had to be like, hold on a second. And like the judge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they got that point.
They did. She said, I was wrong.
I will say, yeah,
and
she did say I will wrong. Yes.
At the last round, she was like, does anyone want to contest? No, good. Or something like that. I was just like, you say it.
Because they had won every single round before that. Yeah. Which I get it. Maybe you do. Maybe you do want to win every single round before that. But like, come on.
I mean, we came to win.
Yes.
And
yeah,
we're good sportsmen.
I'm not. That's the thing they'd pull out on Drag Race.
It wasn't
evil.
a cute move.
It wasn't a cute move because like everybody, the minute that happened, everyone went, oh. Yeah. Oh. And then, but
they don't care though.
No,
they've
they
been
don't
judged.
care.
They judge.
They judge.
Yeah.
No. And then I think it was the next round, there was a tie. Yeah. And so the break ties, two people have, well, each person from each group has to come up and lip sync, right? So they put one of their guys up there to lip sync. I'll tell you what, he might have won by applause, did not know a single word to that song.
Did not. Or was like, he kept kind of trying to signal the other person to like show her off a little bit.
Right.
And then would break into the actual choreography.
Yes.
So I was like, do you know this song?
Yes.
But he wasn't mouthing along like he was focusing on the dance moves instead.
But
threw it in.
Yeah, but also give the other team who hasn't won anything yet, because you keep winning drink tickets every single round. Yeah. Give another team the opportunity to get some drinks.
Give us a chance.
Anyway, they came in first.
They did.
With 55 points, and we came in third.
We did.
With 50 points.
Very close.
So
let me tell you, it was competitive. Yeah.
What I'm not saying is 3 teams tied in first for 55. So we were a lovely 5th alternate.
It was hard. I'm proud of that. It was hard.
Much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Much harder. I will say, love her. Love the person who put it on. There was 1 or 2 questions where I'm like, this is definitely Drag Race adjacent.
Yes.
Like, the one I remember is the name of Alyssa Edwards' dance studio.
Do you know it? We'll give you some time.
Nope. Neither did we.
Neither did we.
I'll give you a hint.
I watched the show.
It doesn't have the word dance in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have studio. It doesn't have anything signaling that that's what it's for.
I kept going, it's like Worldwide World or something.
What was it again? I don't know. Remember.
Go On Belief or something like
Beyond
that.
Belief.
Beyond Belief, something like that.
That was it.
You know what that sounds like?
It could be a cult.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
Show choir. Hi. We're Beyond
Ladies
Belief Show Choir.
Beyond Belief. Don't stop. Believe it. Too bad that is the TM show choir song now. Forever and ever.
You know, Glee's sort of having a weird comeback on not Twitter, TikTok. Oh. I'm trying to quit that TikTok. I'm trying.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's a soul sucker.
A little bit.
Every so often, I'll be like, there will be a time where I'm scrolling where I know what the algorithm is trying to make me feel. Mm-hmm. Like, I know it's trying to make me angry, and I have to go,
it's tempting me. Yeah.
And
I think you're right. Sometimes I get a swarm of videos that I'm like, why am I mad? Oh, it's because I watched this, and this. And I'm like, why isn't it giving me the funnies? Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, and so... I don't know. Maybe Congress messed that up for everybody.
Maybe they're like, if they hate it, they'll stop using it.
Maybe. I don't know. But so I'm trying to get off that. I don't know. Yeah. I won't quit it completely. But you know,
you
do what you gotta do.
Things. Yeah, try some new things.
Did you see that there was an earthquake in New York today?
No.
I'm sorry, New Jersey.
No.
It was almost a 5. A magnitude 5 earthquake, which is large.
Yeah.
And in New Jersey, they felt it. In New York, wild. Have you ever been in an earthquake?
No.
Oh.
There was a big one here.
Yes.
Or in Joplin in 2011, but I wasn't there.
No, I felt one in Los Angeles. I think it was about the same magnitude. It might have been like a 5.4 or something.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It is so disorienting.
You can't go anywhere.
And you don't really know what's happening.
Right.
Like, and it doesn't feel like what you think it's going to feel like.
I imagine it's like vertigo a little bit. When you start to feel dizzy, and so the world sort of seems like it's shifting.
Sort of, because the world is like doing this.
Yeah.
It's rolling, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like a wave.
Oh my God.
And it's not really like jackhammer, you know?
It's like more wavy.
It's weird. Or sometimes like side to side, you know? Also depends on the building you're in.
So it's kind of like you're in a boat.
Weird. Yeah, because you know why? We're all floating on magma.
I did hear that they think they've confirmed that the center of the Earth is actually a solid.
Oh, wow.
Did you hear that?
Diamond. Gotta go to that mountain and get that special energy rock.
We were talking about magic technology earlier today, and you hadn't heard of those windows that can like dim on their own and that can like fog on their own.
Yeah, I had seen the fogging
Okay,
ones.
we were like, how does that work? Yeah. It's got to be magic.
How do you fix it?
Yeah, if the fog goes out, what happens?
Are they like micro blinds somehow that like shift up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. We could easily read about this.
I just kind of want to break it.
You want to break it and find out?
Yeah, I want to see what it looks
like. That's your
like.
father and you. You're like, let's crack this shit open and really learn some stuff.
Yeah, my father who blended crab apples and broke several blenders trying to find some use for them.
So funny. He was probably just 5 years away from being the next George Washington Carver.
He wanted to make some sort of mosquito repellent. I don't know.
That's a worthy cause.
Mosquitoes. Can we talk about something that has sort of been on my mind lately?
Yeah,
about growing up and releasing what people would think of as childish behavior.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And how I don't think you ever actually release that. I think you sort of harbor it. And I think people who have children repress it.
Or they're reliving it there.
Yes.
Through playing with their kids and going through that again.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to call people or their behavior childish as adults, unless they're like, I don't know, shitting their pants or something.
Sure.
In public, I mean, shit your pants when you want. But yeah, I think you're onto something. Like, and I love that old artists are like, you know, maintain a sense of childhood wonder or all those things. It's like, there is something to that that's kind of just beautifully human that we don't have to be ashamed of.
I think that's why people are so weirded out by actors, because I think actors tend to keep that sense of wonder and imagination.
They know how to play. I played with my niece recently, and I was like, I am so out of practice.
People forget how to play. And I think that's really wonderful that we are able to do something like this where it still feels like playing, because I think the soul needs a little bit of that.
I need a little dress up.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about it earlier when I was listening to Chapel, and I was like, I feel like sometimes music that I really love isn't specifically written for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but I should be able to still enjoy it. I still should be able to sing it. I should, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, this might have been written for a 20-year-old girl, whatever. Like, I'm still here to enjoy it.
If it speaks to you.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's all that matters. Yeah. I mean, and it's not like, I don't know, not to get too weird and technical about it, but it's like you're the only one listening to it.
Right.
No one else is listening to it at that moment but you.
Right.
It's not like you're trying to go around and perform her songs.
Right.
And even if you were, because you do need to lip sync to her, that's great. Because it is true. I think that I'm going to also blame the Bible on this one.
Oh.
Because there's all these verses about like becoming a man and leaving childish things behind.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
All of this stuff. And all of that fed into an ethos for men specifically that has led to a lot of toxic masculinity, I would say. And so there's just kind of a precedent for a lot of things in the Bible that don't really have a good reason to them. I would say that's one of them.
You sent me that video about healing, what was the exact word? Healing the feminine side of you?
Yeah.
Or like, what was that called? Do you remember?
I don't.
It doesn't matter, but it's like
honoring the femme.
Honoring the femme. That's something like that. It's like, I think people forget that there's so much to you than just sort of one specific thing that you've put yourself into, like a box.
Yes.
And I think exploring those things and really getting in touch with all sides of you instead of one particular side is healthy.
Yeah. I think there was another video that reminds me of that. It was like, people don't necessarily hate drag queens, they hate women.
Yes.
And it was like they just hate the femme.
Right.
They hate anything that is and I mean, to be a little generic, obviously we've attached things to femme, like being playful or whatever. That's the world we live in. We'll continue with that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. All of those things are really great. It's just that you don't get to experience that. And don't be jealous because we're so beautiful. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
It takes $20 to look this good.
It really does. Today we were like, is it $20? Great. Put it in the bag.
That is true.
And we bought a lot.
We did buy a lot today.
But we got a lot of good deals.
We got, you know what? The people were dealing.
The people were dealing, and we said, today's the day.
And the dolls were buying.
And the dolls were buying. These were probably the most, but they were such a good addition.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
God, I love these.
Sound off in the comments.
Ooh, what you think? Thanks, IKEA. We'll take that sponsorship any day. We'll learn to speak Swedish.
Dead. They were dead today.
They were a great time to go in.
Oh,
love
really
that.
nice.
Yeah, love it. Love
Although,
an empty store.
had to wait a long time for them to pull those chairs out of deep storage.
Oh my God. Yeah, and there were like 3 people at that counter.
Right.
And they were just kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, next.
Right, I get it.
It was also lunchtime.
That's true. It was
I
lunchtime.
think they might have been, I don't know, pulling breaks or something.
Ugh,
Whatever.
God.
Just give me our stools.
You know, we should have a round of applause for the people of Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
They did the right thing
They did
and
the
said,
right
you know what, government? We're not paying for you to get all that revenue.
No, bitch.
Like, shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it. I'm glad they were able to see through it.
I am
'Cause
too.
I really thought that they were just going to let that pass.
Well, it's like such, and I'm sure that the owners and all of those people did too, because
Yeah.
they were like, it's such a huge sports town.
Especially after this year.
Oh, and the Chiefs and the Royals have been so successful in the last whatever. I mean, we hear about it all the time because we live here.
Well, it's going to spoil that, they're going to, the Chiefs, they really want them to get to the Super Bowl next year again because this will be, number 4 or something?
Whatever,
I don't
yeah,
care. I don't
yeah.
really care. But they're like, oh, we need a big old stadium to congratulate them with at the end of the season.
Yeah. But that included all of these, because I saw the plans.
Oh, yeah.
All of these like VIP lanes and roads and extra stuff just for like a select
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, exactly. they were retrofitting it
Yes.
to give her better
Yes.
security. I'm sure she could.
She was like,
consulted.
I can't do this next season. Fix it.
Guaranteed. And the owner was only willing to shell out like a third of the cost or something
Right.
crazy like that. But we're talking about like in the hundreds of millions, right? They said no.
They said no.
We have
Good
perfectly
for
adequate
them.
stadiums here.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Because it's already probably a headache to live with that.
Oh my God, yeah. And how many years did they probably have to pay those off?
If St. Louis ever tries to pull something like that,
Oh, shut it down.
I'm going to be standing in the roads in the 3 feet deep potholes going like, this first.
This first. Yeah.
Dirt roads.
I would do that too as a protest. That's funny. I mean, luckily they have been doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
Bush was renovated, but that was like what?
Well, then the
20 years
soccer-
ago.
the
And
soccer
then we have
stadium.
a new soccer stadium. Yeah. I think if I were a Kansas Cityan, and my point about objecting to that in St. Louis is
Yeah.
let it drive the revenue first.
Yes.
Let it build up some other
Yes.
areas before we start investing in something
You
brand
had
new.
1 year, 1 season where T Swift came every single weekend to say hello. She's going to dump him in 6 months and you're going to be
and
lost.
you're going to be left with a massive stadium
and
for
those
no one.
people that were watching the Super Bowl because of Taylor Swift are not going to be watching it anymore.
Sorry, yeah.
And your viewership's going to go down. And I'm sorry, it's just going to go back to the way it was normally. And when all those
still the number one program every Monday night, still the number
Yeah.
one program overall every year. So like they're not losing a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, please. They're paying those people so much money.
Ridiculous
And I
amounts
get
of
it
money.
because you are killing yourself in that sport, right?
Yes, and no
Gladiators.
amount of money.
No.
Because they really fuck over those players.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking brain injuries that leave them without like working.
They don't care.
functions and shit. No,
Plebeians.
it's awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
They're basically serfs. Gladiators.
Right.
They are
They
gladiators.
are kind of. I mean, they go through hell.
Yeah. I don't know. Never been. Never want to go.
It is shocking because I come from such a sporty family. How many games
same.
that I've been to
Oh, yeah. No.
where I was just along for the ride, and I was like, I do feel bad because someone really wants to sit here.
Girl, they couldn't sell that
not me.
seat. They don't sell out all those seats every time.
No, I've never been in a packed stadium, but like, still, I'm just like, it's not for me.
I don't know. That's just. I've been to one Philly game. And that's baseball. It was fine.
It's fine. It's just sports. I'm
It's
just not
just
into
sports.
it. I was oversaturated with it as a youth. I was never into it then. Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's funny because Scott wants us to go to a Cardinals game soon.
I just saw, and I was
That's
like,
so funny.
what? All the nurses and stuff probably go, and they're probably just like, you know,
Yeah.
you should go.
For like a Pride night, it could be fun, and they like give out a T-shirt and like, yeah. I mean, baseball games are at least easy because you can kind of sit around and just drink and whatever.
Boring.
Like
They don't do much moving.
they don't do much moving.
Yeah.
And the outfits are okay.
If you're close enough.
The outfits are okay. Listen, if you're Bayside,
Listen, tomorrow, get your free pair of undies at the Duluth.
is that nonsense start tomorrow?
I saw commercials for it.
I meant to protest that earlier this week. No. Yeah. I guess let it happen. We'll
I
just
think
watch
that's
the
so
world
funny.
fall around it.
I think that's so funny.
Okay, yeah, crazy.
It's one thing to go when, like, you know, there's going to be a group of like 50 people standing outside
Yeah.
in order to get whatever free stuff they're giving away. But to like roll up and be one of like 3 people inside the store and be like, can I
Trade
give
out
you
your
these
old
undies?
underwear.
It's
a little
so funny.
embarrassing.
It is a little embarrassing. Oh, we should interview the workers.
I would love that. I would also love to stand outside, interview them before and after.
Yes.
They were like, what was it like to trade out your undies? And they're probably like, great, those were disgusting. I needed a change.
We should have done that. We should have.
They would come outside when no one was in line.
Yeah.
And we're the only one standing there. And they'd be like, you're driving away our customers. You have to leave.
Probably.
We have some underwear to trade. You have to go.
Why do they need it?
We want answers. Sir.
Also, it's over.
Are you
like,
trading underwear? He's like just driving by. He's like, fuck you, drag queens.
That's so funny.
But he would use harsher language, Oppie.
Yeah, I mean, it's out in Chesterfield, so like you're gonna get. Oh, St. Charles. I think it's St. Charles.
Even further.
I don't know.
I don't know math either. That's geography.
There is that casino over there. We did want to go there.
That would be fun.
The Showboat.
Yeah.
Is it the Showboat?
The Branson Bell.
Branson Bell.
Do you know, my roommate the other day was like, do you know what would be fun? I was like, what?
Yeah,
like,
what's it gonna say?
What if we went on one of those river cruises where they do like the dinner and stuff? And I was
yes.
like, the Showboat thing down at the riverfront and downtown. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I was like, absolutely not.
We could do it in this living room right now.
We could do that show.
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
put on. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm not
give
going
them
to
a good
pay
time.
for. Yeah. We'll give you a Showboat show. Go sit over in the corner.
What songs you want to
Here's
hear?
an apple juice. Yeah, seriously, and that's what we'd be paying for. And on some stinky boat with some old people, no thanks.
I don't
On that
know.
dirty river,
It could be kind of fun.
maybe.
But like this.
Yeah.
Like, we're there to have a good time.
Oh yeah, hyped up on energy drinks. Like, we're here, motherfuckers, and they're like, we're trapped on this water with them for the next hour or two.
And I'm over there, like, talking to Mary Sue. Mary Sue, you know, there is evidence that sharks come all the way up to St. Louis from the ocean, and there could be sharks underneath this boat right now.
And she just starts crying.
And I push her off.
Good luck, Mary.
Good luck, Mary Ellen Sue. Who'd I say? Mary Sue? Mary
All
Ellen?
I heard was Mary.
Mary Ellen Sue.
That's funny.
MSU.
Is that true?
Absolutely. Bull sharks.
Okay, bull sharks, but not like great whites.
Not yet. Not that they've seen.
Can they survive? Because it's fresh. Bull sharks can survive in both?
I don't know.
I don't like knowing.
Water
this now.
is very tricky.
Listen, water is fluid.
Listen, that list tank, my aquarium had to run for 4 months before fish would survive in it.
my God.
Water is tricky.
That was such a journey. It was like a month where I'd come back and I'd be like, your water is lovely today. And they're like, it's still not time. We tried to fish in there for a day and it died.
Takes a long time to grow an ecosystem.
It's funny. Why are they so finicky?
God did it in 7 days.
Can't be that hard, right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Seriously,
I
God.
just want some fish in a little fish tank.
Is it that hard?
Guess so.
It is. But now you have a lovely tank and
Got
lovely
some fish. Got some fish,
doing
yeah.
well. Have they been growing?
Oh my God.
Are they
The
big?
white-tipped tetras are actually pretty big.
Ooh.
I was shocked that they got so big.
Excited to see them later.
I was just kind of like, oh, you know, they're just kind of fish. That's kind of the way they're always going to be. And then
They're
they got
just
big.
kind of fish.
It's weird to watch their little gills, like. But like this little thing comes out of the
I
slit.
hate that noise.
This little thing comes out of the slit, and it's like, is that a little muscle? What is that?
Ew.
It's like this, like the beta we have is like silvery, right? But
Yeah.
this red thing is like.
Oh, gross.
And I'm like, what is it doing?
I don't want to know.
And
Again,
then-
something you could absolutely read about if you wanted to.
That's true. Or you can watch it happen.
Be my own little Charles Darwin. Drawing pictures of
Evolution is real.
It is real. I'm watching my beta fish.
Oh, wow.
In real time.
We crawled out of the ocean.
We really did.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think
Did we?
we think we did.
I don't know. Primordial soup and all that.
Right.
Came out of somewhere.
Come on, something.
I don't know. Magma.
Magma. That's cooler.
What if we were all elementals to begin
Rock
with?
people.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we just got softer over time.
We got softer over time, and now we're hardening.
We're hardening back up to survive.
De-evolution.
De-evolution.
Or-
Going back to the magma.
Pompeii.
Oh.
Oh, I asked this at work.
Pompeii was like, oh, sorry, we were a little too early.
Yeah.
We thought you
These
were lava
people
people
aren't
again.
hard enough yet.
Our bad.
I was talking.
People aren't hard enough yet. That's really funny.
Give him another election year.
We're come back in a couple millennia. See if you're ready.
Yeah. I would ask this at work the other day, and they all looked at me like I was crazy. So I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
If you were to experience some sort of traumatic event like Pompeii
Yes.
and live through it, you're not going to feel anything
Just
of it.
witness it.
You're just going to witness it.
Right.
What would it be?
I know what yours would be.
Yeah.
It's 9/11. Oh, I have to think about it a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me about what like how you would want to see it, like from what vantage point.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
what's
if we're doing
interesting about
unlimited,
you-
if we're doing unlimited,
Yeah.
I want to do several things.
Oh, pick another
I want to be
venue.
in that lobby of the second tower when they all like they show in the documentary.
Yes.
and
Don't go into detail, but
okay,
yes.
I want to experience that.
Okay.
And I want to experience what it's like to be in that staircase.
Oh my God.
And I want to experience 10 minutes right before.
Wow. So we're really going for the like perilous experience. Like you want to be able to live that and survive, basically, or to be witness to an historical event.
I think because living through like a tornado event and all of that stuff, it's like I want to know what a different if that sort of experience
Is
feels
parallel.
the same as another experience.
Right.
I want to know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
In the tower, if you're
Yeah.
there, it feels a lot more immediate, a lot more urgent.
Yeah.
We're like, because I'm assuming you're equating it to the tornado.
Kind of. But I'm thinking of it like this, like the stairway in particular. So we knew that tornado was coming down 32nd.
Right.
And we were on 32nd
Yeah.
going this way out of it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, is that like being in a staircase?
Right.
Going down,
Yeah.
trying to get away from something up here,
Yeah.
not knowing what you're going to find down there or where you're going.
Yeah, maybe
right?
so.
So, I
Well,
don't
and
know.
do different types of peril feel differently?
like just
like
fight or flight,
running from a tornado versus running down a burning building.
Yes.
Like, is it a different experience? Yeah.
I also would love to not love to experience. I think this is really sad, but that that couple that were too close to the volcano when it erupted.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Vern. No,
I don't know.
I don't remember their names, but
Yeah.
I think that is so sad.
It is.
For those watching at home, it's a documentary about a couple who go out and survey volcanoes. They just got a little too
Got a
close.
little too close, fell in.
Yeah. Well, it exploded.
Yeah, that too.
And like there's footage not of them but like a far away of all of it
my
happening
God.
and just wild.
Wow. I think of it more on like a cosmic scale. I would like to see something planetary happen in history.
Okay.
Like I would love to be able to witness like the moon crashing into the earth. You know what I mean?
So something that maybe
or the
not
moon
have
coming from
happened
the
yet.
earth or something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, yes.
You know, that's one theory. of how
Yes,
the
that
moon
is one
created.
theory.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Because
Interesting.
I'm not super interested in like living through perilous
Sure,
moments.
sure.
I am interested in that in a sense of like feeling empathetic or
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm not seeking that. I am wanting to kind of just be an observer in the situation.
That's interesting because every time I watch like disaster movies on television, I'm always just like, what does that feel like?
Yeah, you're putting yourself in the
Yeah,
moment.
I want to know what that feels
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
So, that's interesting.
I think that's really good though. I mean like there's obviously kind of like a morbid fascination there.
Yeah.
And interested in the human experience in its very many wide
That's true.
ranges, because I think people are a little afraid to go. I'm a little afraid to go down that route because I'm
Sure.
like, I hate seeing people in peril.
Yeah.
And if the like scenarios like we're truly living through it, that would be hard, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on that submarine that went down to the Titanic.
No.
Like, that to me sounds
Awful.
I think it's the World Trade Center because they made us all watch it in 5th grade. And so I'm just like...
There's kind of like an unanswered thing in
Yes.
me where I'm like, I read the report as an adult later.
Right.
It's just not satisfactory.
It's not.
Obviously, we went into a war after it that was like, had nothing to do with it either.
Right.
And supposedly we killed the person that planned
Right,
it.
right.
But it was all just so... And as a child, obviously, you can't piece together world affairs.
Right.
But there's still so much undone
It's
trauma
just like-
there for a lot of people,
Yeah,
I think.
it's like, what was it? What was
happened?
it? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? I say that when I look in the mirror every day. Speaking of looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
oh my God, I had the weirdest experience the other night.
I'm here.
So like, I don't remember what I was doing, but I think I was brushing my teeth and I was looking at myself in the mirror.
Okay.
And I was like, really digging, like my hair was doing something weird.
yeah.
I was into it.
Yeah.
My beard was back
Yeah,
and I was
feeling
like,
yourself.
oh yeah. And then I was like, I pulled out my phone and I was going to take a selfie. Looked completely different on my
totally.
phone than in the mirror. And I was like,
Hate that.
and I was like, who's lying?
Which
Who's
one's
lying?
the liar?
Which one's lying?
I know.
And then like, so I left my phone down and I looked at myself in the mirror and then like really went into it and then kind of backed out. And as I was backing out, I swear to God, my reflection became somebody different.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it was also because I'm fascinated by this new disease that people now are seeing, like these demonic faces. Have you seen this on TikTok?
No.
Okay, so there's this new rare disease where people's faces are sort of distorted to look like demonic faces. Okay. To me, they just kind of look stretched out.
Well, obviously they're not becoming actual demons, but like people are equating it with that. Yes. There's some kind of musculature thing under there.
But anyways, so I'm pulling away, right? And my face just kind of, I feel like the one in the mirror stops. And it just kind of starts to smile at me. And I swear to God, my eyes like started to go inside my head. And I said, I need to get out of here.
That's enough mirrors for today.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
Okay, well, there was enough. And I really said, I started to feel like, oh my God, my reality.
You lost your reality.
I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it for a second
Yeah.
because I didn't know who was telling me the truth. And then I couldn't believe my own eyes. And I said,
I gotta get out of
I
here.
gotta go to bed.
Listen, the brain is very tricky. I used to do that a lot when I was younger.
Really?
I can't do it anymore. So, but yes, we had a big mirror in our bathroom. Like one of those just kind of like over the counter, but the whole wall.
Whole wall, yeah.
And so I could stand there long enough to where I would sort of, lose my reality. And I'm like, who am I really staring at?
Right.
And I've tried that since. I just can't. I guess I'm just so secure in who I am. No, but I don't know what that is.
I don't either. And, I think because I feel like this is the first year in my life that I have felt like an adult.
Oh,
like a
interesting.
real adult.
Yeah, yeah.
And that I felt like some form of stasis.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
Oh, okay.
So I think I was sort of thinking about those things while looking at myself in the mirror.
Oh, and you're
so
like,
I was like, this is too much.
I've changed.
Yes.
I'm boring. I'm stuck in this thing.
I think it was a little bit like that.
Is that what? Because you're saying like the consistency, the safety. You're like, why am I this person?
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
And it felt like that person in the mirror was like glad that I was realizing it.
Oh, that's kind.
No, but not in a kind way.
Oh, because they're like, I don't want to go away.
Yes.
Got it.
It was weird.
That is weird. That's very horror film. Different person staring back.
Yes.
But
That's what it was very Nicole Kidman. Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
It's scary.
That is scary. This wig is very Nicole Kidman. Just thinking about that.
God, Nicole Kidman. Oh, well, it's
And
straight
your
practical
practical
magic, but like,
we have to do.
do I get into the red wigs?
I think you
I
have
don't
to
know.
a little
It's
bit.
a little too I Love Lucy.
No, I disagree.
No.
I think it's good for you. Obviously, blonde is very good for you and very natural, but this is also very good.
Who knew? It's because I got Irish blood in me.
Do you?
Yeah, too many potatoes shoved up my ass.
That's how you become Irish.
No,
how I heard.
but yes, Irish.
Okay.
I don't know. I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well,
is that it?
did you have anything else that I know you were saving one or two topics.
Jeez, was I? We talked about that. We talked about that.
Get it up?
What else was there? I don't know. I will say, for the folks at home, I just had a meeting with my mentorship group that I was in, and I was in my little genre meeting, and I was sitting there, and oh my God, it was. This is. I don't know. I think I am transitioning in a way.
Oh, okay.
I think I am going through a period of transition.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, I am not 21 years old right now. These people have careers. I am in this group because they believe in my career as this thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is very odd. It was weird. It was a weird feeling.
Just kind of an out of body moment.
Yeah.
Like you hadn't sort of realized it until then.
Yeah, because like to me, writing is like a whole lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, oh no.
This could be something. This is kind of serious. Yeah. I think that's good though. I think that obviously to be a writer, you got to enjoy it.
Yes.
So it's good that that's at the heart of it.
Right.
And then, you have a group of people to go and strategize when you got to be serious about it. So you don't have to do both.
That is true.
That's lovely.
It's wild.
It is.
It's wild.
Adult.
It is. I hate it. I don't hate it. It's different.
It's different. Yeah.
It's different. It's learning to be patient with complacency and trying not to look at it as bad, but look at it as a place to grow.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. What do you mean by complacency?
Take for instance a tree, right? A tree is in one place.
Yes.
Predominantly.
Yes.
It just has time to grow.
So not being up and about the kind of like stable lifestyle you're
about.
about.
I'm like, maybe there is something to a more static way of life in sort of not movement. Obviously, we should get our butts up and we should walk. I'm trying to walk, by the way.
Yeah.
I am. I'm trying to walk. No, turning over a new leaf, which we've all learned is the same leaf.
Same leaf. Worst saying ever.
No, but there's only so much you can do without trying to change habits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I also think, to your point about being stable or in one place, like there is something nice about being in a place to just grow. Yeah. And you don't do that necessarily moving around all the time.
Right.
And you can,
right.
But it's a little harder, or you might not work toward the same thing. I'm very impatient to where I want to get to the end thing immediately.
Me too.
I hate the process
it's the product and not the journey for me.
Sometimes, yeah. That's very much how I'm oriented. But it's the climb.
Well, let's hear it. It really is about the journey.
It's the climb.
And I hate saying that.
I know.
I feel like people have said that all my life.
Yes.
It's the journey that matters.
Yeah.
And like,
I hate admitting that adults were right. Yes, I hate it.
Understand it. And I hate that that's right. Because at the end of the day, once you're finished with something, okay.
Yeah, that's true. So I hope you enjoyed it along the way. I hope you made some memories. It's true. I think that is coming of age, and it's like getting on the other side of an achievement and being like, okay, it isn't just the product.
Right.
Especially for work things, if you put in a lot of effort and a lot of time or whatever, care, and then you're just like, oh, wow, it's over and I'm still not getting paid a lot.
It's over and I'm not getting paid a lot. That's exactly right.
It can really change your attitude about it.
It's just be patient with yourself.
Yeah, take the time.
Take the time to grow.
Yeah, and enjoy the view. We are the next table members of that show.
Oh my God.
I would live.
I mean, I am Joy Behar.
I want to sit right next to Whoopi. She is like, Joy Behar is so much older than I thought she was when her age was revealed.
Interesting.
She's in her 80s.
Wow, good for her.
I know. And she's looked about the same for at least a couple decades.
She really has.
Yeah.
It's that, not moving around.
Is that not moving around?
It's not moving around.
It's probably also that daily blowout she gets.
It's a wig.
You think it's a wig?
It's a wig. She's been wearing a wig for 25, 30 years.
Yeah, she's probably been wearing a wig since HLN days at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think. Joy, if you're not wearing a wig, we're sorry.
Sound off in the comments, Joy.
But tell us your hairdresser's name.
If you have one.
Fly them down here. If you have one. Yeah, you get.
What is the truth?
What is the truth, Ellen?
What is the truth, Ellen? Do you know I keep saying that? That's not actually the phrase.
What is it? What
It's
does
like,
she say?
no, that's not true, Ellen.
Oh.
It's a lot more confrontational. But in my brain, it has twisted and is
That's
the
funny.
truth, Ellen.
What is the truth, Ellen?
I know.
I think somebody must have said that in regards to the video.
Yes, and that's what stuck.
Yeah.
Again, quotes with me. What is that?
Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew? Anyway.
Gosh.
Wow. Be nice this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Be good to yourself.
Good to yourself.
Treat yourself to something nice.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the means to treat yourself to nothing nice, if you ain't got the money to treat yourself to something nice, go soak in the sun. No! Go enjoy the eclipse.
Oh, good idea.
Go enjoy the eclipse.
But don't look at it.
Don't
with
look
your
at
bare eyes.
Oh my God. I saw this video of this woman who saw one in like the 70s. And like you can see on her retina where there's this eclipse shape blindness in her
burnt
eye.
into her.
And she looked at it for like 0.06 seconds.
That's all it takes, folks.
And I'm like, all these glasses we have, are they actually real glasses?
Oh, yes. Put on glasses. Not your sunglasses.
I
do think you have to get.
but
yeah.
I mean, you know, we're gonna see a lot of it here.
We are. We're going to see a lot of it.
I think
Go see the eclipse.
Go see the eclipse. By the time you watch this episode, the eclipse has already happened.
Yes. So tell us about it.
And you know, the government might have taken over.
Listen, there is a conspiracy that something might happen on the eclipse.
And if that's the truth, well, it's been a good run.
Yeah. See you later.
See you later. I'll be stasis in the ground. Because what? The world is wild, and we're all just child living in the streets, cause we ain't got the beats, and we all serving cause we are what? Women. That was terrible.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
End.